Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, gather round as we dissect the absolute train wreck that is John Cena's heel turn. Yes, after 22 years of preaching hustle, loyalty, respect, our beloved Fruity Pebble decided to switch cereals and go full on Count Chocula. And let me tell you, it's as appetizing as a bowl of soggy bran flakes. This isn't just some storyline twist. We're talking about a seismic betrayal of a character that's been WWE's moral compass for 2 decades. Cena didn't just turn heel, he turned the universe upside down, like Superman randomly deciding to rob a bank. It's jarring, it's baffling, and it leaves a weird taste in your mouth, like drinking orange juice after brushing your teeth. For fans who followed his journey since the Word Life days through his rise as the ultimate face of the company, this isn't entertainment. It's emotional whiplash. For over 2 decades, Cena was the beacon of virtue in WWE, a real-life superhero granting over 650 Make-A-Wish dreams, embodying the values we teach our kids. Then, out of nowhere, he blindsides Cody Rhodes at Elimination Chamber, aligning himself with The Rock, who, let's face it, has been more absent than my dad during my childhood. This heel turn isn't just a slap in the face, it's a full-on attitude adjustment to the groin of every fan who believed in Cena's message. Let's be real, Cena's loyalty wasn't just part of his gimmick, it was the gimmick. The man stood tall in airs of chaos, even when the fans turned on him, even when the internet smarks booed him out of arenas, and he never flinched. He stayed true to his code, his fans, and the millions of kids who wore those neon shirts like armor. So for him to turn on Cody Rhodes, the man carrying WWE through its Renaissance era like Atlas carrying the sky, isn't just shocking. It's straight up wrong. It's betrayal with a mic drop. And teaming up with The Rock? That's the equivalent of Captain America suddenly joining forces with Thanos. The Rock, who shows up once a quarter like your flaky friend who always cancels brunch, gets Cena's allegiance while Cody gets the backstab of the century? I don't care how many millions The Rock brings in, this ain't it, Chief. Traditionally, a heel turn ignites nuclear heat, but Cena's flip has fans more confused than a chameleon in a bag of Skittles. The execution was so botched, it makes Shockmaster's debut look like a masterclass in storytelling. Instead of boos, there's a collective WTF echoing through the WWE Universe. And it's not like we weren't open to the idea of a heel Cena. Fans have fantasized about that version for years, a ruthless, calculated version of the man who always smiled through adversity. But if you're gonna go there, you've gotta do it right. Instead, what we got felt rushed and disconnected. No slow descent into moral ambiguity, no subtle shift in his behavior. Just Super Cena goes Dark Knight Returns and we're all expected to accept it without question? Nah, bro. You gotta earn that moment. Build tension. Let us see the cracks forming. What we got instead was a sledgehammer to canon and storytelling logic, wrapped in a Rock cameo and tied with a confused shrug. Cena's first heel promo on Raw was about as convincing as a $3 bill. He ranted about being used and bullied by fans, claiming he's now in the driver's seat. Sorry, John, but this sudden existential crisis feels as authentic as a soap opera plot twist. Fans didn't buy it, and the promo spawned more memes than meaningful reactions. And that promo? Yikes. That was supposed to be Cena's hype bomb moment. Instead, it came off like he read it from the back of a protein powder label. The audience was waiting for fire and fury, something raw and vulnerable, maybe even a little scary. What we got was a whiny lecture with the energy of someone who got their order wrong at Chipotle. There was no depth, no nuance, just Cena blaming everyone else for his problems like a man who's been reading Reddit threads about himself and taking them personally. This is the same guy who faced The Nexus, Bray Wyatt, and Edge without flinching, and now he's mad that fans booed him a few years ago? Come on, the whole thing felt like watching your childhood hero try stand-up comedy and bomb. Now, in the spirit of fairness, there are a couple of positives. Cena's new heel persona has sparked debates and discussions, bringing some unpredictability back to WWE programming. Additionally, his alignment with The Rock sets the stage for intriguing dynamics and potential storylines. But let's be real, these are like finding a couple of crispy fries at the bottom of a stale bag. Momentarily satisfying, but not worth the overall disappointment. Yes, it's cool to see people actually debating WWE again. For years, things felt overly predictable, and a swerve like this at least gets people talking. Plus, a potential Cena versus Cody versus Rock main event could be money. And if Cena really leans into the dark side, we could finally see a fully unleashed version of him that breaks from his old mold. But these are maybes. Right now, all we've got is a bunch of unanswered questions and a character turn that feels as earned as Goldberg getting a title shot in 2020. The storytelling feels rushed, the emotional beats aren't landing, and the only people truly benefiting are meme makers and YouTubers posting reaction videos with OMG Cena turned heel in red bold letters. In conclusion, John Cena's heel turn is a misguided attempt at reinvention that tramples on a legacy built over 2 decades. It's a narrative misstep that leaves fans disillusioned and questioning the very fabric of WWE's storytelling. If this is the unpredictability Cena promised, I'd prefer the monotony of his 5 moves of doom. At least then, we knew what we were getting. A hero, not a hypocrite. And look, this isn't just a rage-fueled rant from a lifelong fan who has Cena's old dog tag somewhere in a drawer. Maybe it is. But it's also a plea for better storytelling. For respect to be shown to the characters we've invested in. Cena's heel turn didn't need to be bad. It could have been iconic. It could have been a slow-burning descent into darkness that left us conflicted, shocked, but captivated. Instead, it was a slapdash creative Hail Mary thrown into the end zone of WrestleMania season, hoping someone catches it. And even if someone does, the fans are left sitting there asking, wait, why was the ball thrown in the first place?